Hi, my name is Dr. Seleme, and welcome to my Transformative Alchemist channel. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about how to make a coffee enema. This video is solely instructional for everybody out there that's asked me, how do you make a coffee enema? I understand the benefits of a coffee enema and why I should do it, but how do you make it? So I'm going to show you some very simple instructions on a way that you can make coffee enema. This is how I do it at home. So I start with quality coffee. You always want to make sure that you've got good quality coffee. This coffee that I use is made from South America. It's mold-free, it's pesticide-free, it's made organic, unlike a lot of the coffees that you buy in the store. In fact, most of the coffees that you buy in the store are probably full of mold, pesticides, and are not organic. And you do not want to use that inside the body to help detoxify. So I use this type of coffee in the office. And what I do is basically take a coffee pot and I take 4 cups of filtered water. Again, you want to use filtered water. You don't want to use water from your sink. I pour it directly into a pot. And then I take 3 tablespoons. I use heaping tablespoons and put it right into the water. Stir it up. And then what you're going to do is put the top on it and leave it on the oven or the stove for 15 minutes. So you will simmer it until it starts to boil, or you'll cook it until it starts to boil, and then you turn it down to simmer. And you do that for 15 minutes so that all the coffee, palmitic acids, and the oils can leach out into the water. Once you finish boiling it for 15 minutes, you're going to take the coffee, and I'm going to just put this to the side because I've already boiled some for 15 minutes in this pot, and you're going to strain it into a measuring cup with a strainer. You can use any type of strainer you want, and I'm just going to pour it directly into here. And so what I do is I take 2 different measuring cups or the pot or however you want to do it, and I keep straining it until I'm pretty sure I've got most of the coffee grounds out. It's not going to hurt you if you don't, but what will end up happening is that they'll get stuck inside the tube, and you definitely don't want to have that because in the middle of the coffee enema, you're going to have to stop and clean it out, and it's a major pain in the butt. No pun intended. So, we've got the coffee. That's pretty good. I've strained it about 3 or 4 times. So this is the actual coffee. And so you may end up with a full 4 cups that you originally started with water. A lot of times if you let it boil too much, sometimes I have boiled it for a half an hour and a lot of the water might have been boiled off, and I'll just replenish it again. If you get to the point, once you have this, it's going to be hot, obviously, and you're going to want to cool it off. I sometimes will put it in the freezer, or I may add a little bit of filtered water to bring it back up to the 4 cups that I originally had. There's no right or wrong necessarily. If you want to start with 3 cups, you can do that instead. And then I take the stainless steel. So for me, I use stainless steel buckets. In my office, I use stainless steel buckets and I use glass buckets. I don't use the old coffee enema bags because they're made from plastic, and the plastic can leach chemicals, and if you're using something like essential oils, and oftentimes I will, a drop of essential oil to help clean the colon, going directly to the directly to the liver and the gallbladder. And if you put the essential oils in with plastic, it's gonna break down the plastic. You certainly don't want that. So I'll use stainless steel, or I'll use glass. In addition to that, in the office we sell Bentonite Clay. This is a kit that we sell. It comes with the stainless steel bucket. It comes with 8 ounces of organic coffee made specifically for coffee enemas, and it comes with chlorella caps. Because you can use a cap or 2 inside the coffee water, the enema water as well. You can do just a plain enema with chlorella. That will really help absorb toxins from the large intestine and also infuse oxygen into the body and chlorophyll. Bentonite clay, if you're somebody that's in the middle of a detoxification, you can use a tablespoon of this directly inside the water. You can, I would use it with just water and not coffee and bentonite clay. The clay is an absorptive, and so it will absorb everything it comes in contact with. So if you're somebody that's in the middle of a detox and you're having what's called a Herxheimer reaction, you're feeling really bad because all the toxins are coming up and you need something to help absorb the floating around toxins, it moves you along a little bit quicker, you can use bentonite clay. So we sell these as a kit in my office. But for now, we're going to go ahead and use a stainless steel bucket, which is probably the most popular one that we sell. Personally, I like the glass one because I can see the coffee enema in there. But all of the buckets come with a handle, they come with a silicone tubing, they come with a clamp, and they come with a nozzle. So what you want to do before you pour your liquid into the tube, make sure that you're going to have the clamp on, because if you don't, it's all going to come pouring out. So you clamp it up, and you're going to pour the coffee directly in there, just like that. So when we get ready to do the coffee enema, the one thing I think it's really key to remember about the coffee enema is that the bucket should stay higher than the tube. The higher the bucket is, the faster the liquid is going to come pouring out. Some people actually put it on a hanger on the top of their, in their bathroom or in their shower. I use a bathroom doorknob. We're going to use a little hook tonight so I can show you how to do that. But you're going to bring the coffee enema to wherever you decide you want to do the coffee. If you want to do the enema rather, and then so we're going to bring it all the way over here and just hang it right here. So the end of the tube, you can use any kind of lubricant you want. I like coconut oil. You don't want to use too much because once you insert it into the rectum, and it doesn't need to go all the way in, it needs to just go in a little bit. Once you insert it into the rectum very gently, the coconut oil obviously makes it easier, but if you use too much oil, it's going to come sliding out. So one thing that I will say with doing coffee enemas, there is a learning curve. It's not the most graceful thing at first. You may have some moments where you spill the bucket, or which I have done, or you might have moments where the nozzle comes out and everything goes flying everywhere. Your dog is going to want to come and lick you in the face. Whatever it is, there's lots of things that happen, but once you get the coffee enema going and you get a few coffee enemas under your belt, you'll be able to do it much more smoothly. And you'll find what the right height is for you. So this one is up pretty high, and I think that's fine, for this purpose. The higher up it is, the more the fluid is going to flow. And what you're going to do is insert the nozzle into the rectum, and then you're going to undo the clamp, just like that. Now this isn't going to flow because I've got the nozzle up like this, but if I put the nozzle down, it's all going to come flowing out. So when you put the nozzle in, you just let it flow a little bit. Just get used to the idea of it being in the rectum. And what you're going to do is first you can lay on, everybody, you'll read different things. Some people say laying on your right side, it makes it easier. Other people say laying on your left. You'll find what works for you the best. Either way, you can lay on your side and then just insert, and I'll show you as we're going to do this. You can lay this way if you want, and just kind of insert it into the rectum, and then you'll just release it. Just see how the coffee's starting to come down? So then you'll undo the clamp, and you'll start to feel, for some people they're better if they're like this. You can start to massage the large intestine. And when I get up in just a moment, I'll show you how the large intestine runs. But you just let a little bit of the fluid in until you feel a little discomfort. Maybe it's a little achy, and then you clamp it off. And you let it rest, and you're just going to massage a little bit. And when you kind of feel like that's relaxed, then you unclamp it and let more flow. So the idea is we've got 4 cups of fluid in there, and we're going to try to see if we can't hold it for 15 minutes. So you want to have a retention time of 15 total minutes. For every 3 minutes that you're holding the coffee enema, the blood is circulating through the entire body's blood is circulating through the liver. So what I like to tell patients is if you can get 3 minutes of retention time, 3 minutes of retention time, you might have to get up, go to the bathroom, expel the fluid, and come back and do it again. Not everybody that I know can do 4 cups of coffee enema. Some people can and some people can't. There's no hard or fast rule. It's not a competition. This is about for your health. You don't do coffee enemas necessarily because you're constipated. You do coffee enemas to clear out the liver and the gallbladder because it increases a very, very important enzyme called glutathione S-transferase, and that will help remove toxins from the blood. It increases the flow of bile from the gallbladder, and it makes your small intestines more alkaline, so things like parasites and pathogens are less likely to be able to adhere. It also helps slough off the mucous membrane, the top layer in the intestines that's ready to come off anyway, where all of the old dead debris are. So there's a lot of reasons why you do a coffee enema. I know people who do coffee enemas who have advanced cancers. They do it 2 times a day. I know other people that only do it while they're doing a detoxification. So personally, when I'm in a detoxification, I'll try to do a coffee enema 4 to 5 times a week. If I'm just trying to maintain my health, I may do a coffee enema 3 to 4 times a month. If you're feeling really bad, you're coming on with a cold and flu, you've had a night where you've been out partying too much, you ate too much food or something like that, you may feel a need to do a coffee enema in the morning. So there are a lot of reasons why you can do coffee enemas. They are definitely beneficial to your body. And I hope that everybody has found this video informative. If you are interested in finding out more or you want to purchase one of our coffee enema bundles, you can go to drseleme.com. We have an online store there. You can purchase it. It'll go directly to your house. Or you can call our office at 703-273-0573 if you want to directly order over the phone. So I hope you found this information valuable for you and helpful, and I'll see you next time. Take care.